Hey there, welcome to The Empowered Edge, the podcast that gives you nutrition, mindset, and habit building strategies that actually work. I'm your host, Jenna Hostetler, registered dietitian, certified neurocoach, and your go-to guide to break free from burnout, cut through the health noise, and reclaim control of your body and brain. Each week, you'll get practical, science-backed strategies so you can stop second-guessing yourself, sharpen your focus, and finally feel like the woman who leads her life, not just survives it. If you've ever told yourself, it's fine, I worked out, I can eat this, keep listening, because today Esteban Lutz is back and we are dismantling one of the biggest myths in the health industry, calories in, calories out. We're talking food quality, gut health, inflammation, and how the wrong advice, even with the best intentions, will keep you stuck. This episode will challenge how you think about food, diets, and what really creates results. So let's dive in. So what do you say for people who love the thought of exercise so that they can be very lenient on their diet? Does it work that way, first of all? Okay, is calories in, calories out? You know, I worked out and I burned 800 calories, so it's okay that I eat 2 pieces of pie tonight. Does that work? Can it ever work?
I'm going to give you the short answer and then I'll explain. No. Da-da.
Why? If it's a calorie deficit, why does it matter?
So to give a little context, I was an educator for a nutrition coach organization, if not the largest in the world, one of the top ones. And my role was coaching and teaching individuals about calories in, calories out, and macronutrients, how to get the proper macros. It's thousands of professionals that I coached. We don't know what we don't know. So now I go back and I'm like, shit, I didn't know better back then. That's all I thought. I thought you could eat 800 calories of ice cream or Snickers bars and get on the treadmill to where it says 800 calories burned. First of all, that treadmill is not calibrated to me. It's calibrated to that 19-year-old male athlete that they did the studies on. Son of a bitch. That's not me. That's first and foremost. Second of all, calorie, the way it's measured is just putting something and burning it. And how long does it take to burn? Ta-da! That's it. So I'm gonna go extreme. If I eat a salad, and let's call it 300 calorie salad, I'm eating it's 300 calories. It's slim. This is my slim voice. Slim. We're good. I live out in the country now. I'm on 5 acres. I've got a garden. So my son picks out some of the vegetables, comes back, eat the salad. And the following day, I'm up 4 pounds. I'm like, what the freak? Well, instead of grabbing the leaves from the blueberries, he grabbed poison ivy leaves. So if I were to get poison ivy in my arms, I swell up. Doesn't matter how many little calories that is. There's an adverse reaction and response. So when you're out there thinking calories in versus calories out, erase that thought. Because if I were to consume 300 calories of poison ivy, 300 calories of ice cream, 300 calories of broccoli, 300 calories of steak, my body's going to respond differently to every single one of those. And within food, there's something that we're hearing more of now called epigenetics, where food is like software to our genes, and it tells our genes how to express themselves. Freaking cool. So certain foods have different epigenetics than other ones. And I'll go another route. So I live close to farms. Sugar, corn, soy, wheat in the United States, they're subsidized by the government. So they get money for that. And to mass produce them, they spray them with the pesticides, herbicides. Side means death, homicide. The glyphosate also. So if I were to serve you a salad, Jenna, and there's a spider that's crawling in it, and I'm like, oh, and then I spray it with poison. I'm like, I got the spider. You'd be hesitant to eat that. You're like, bro, there's poison on my salad. It's okay. Let me rinse it. So that's what we're doing from eating a lot, not even the preservative foods, eating foods that had poison sprayed on them. It's okay. Just wash it off. It's like bull crap. If I saw somebody spray poison on it, a little bit of water isn't going to change the way I feel about it. However, we're doing it. And as we're consuming that, there's something that's called leaky gut syndrome, however you want to pronounce, leaky gut or leaky gut syndrome. And from that, we get total body inflammation. So it doesn't matter what the calories are. I'm either healing my body or I'm making it sick. So I love that question, because as a professional for so many years, I thought it was about calories in, calories out, and macros. And to be quite honest, the majority of the industry teaches that way because we don't know any better. We really don't. So I thank you for asking that, because I purposely throw stones against that. Personally, I feel I need to do that because I did so much damage on coaching thousands of professionals that it's about calories, where it's not. Like, hear me straight, it's not.
Yeah, quality makes a huge difference. And I don't know, do you really think that people in the professional world actually really believe calories in, calories out?
To the rookies, I really do. I mean, I genuinely do, because they're like, well, you had 3 slices of pizza. Let's see here. That's 750 calories. Okay. All right. Med ball. Let's go. We're going to go until you burn. And the thing is, most individuals, most professionals don't go beyond 5 years. So you're looking at 85, 90% of the professionals that you're going to work with don't have tenure of 5 years or more. At that point, the pickings get slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. So unfortunately, the majority do believe that. And when they get around individuals like you and me, we can coach them otherwise, because I had to learn from somebody. And here we are. We're letting you know it's not about the calories.
So it sounds like, and my final question before we chat about your freebie, what do people need to look for when they're looking for, a diet? What do I eat? How do I work out? And it sounds like part of that is the experience of the person you're working with.
Yeah, it really is, because there's so much to learn. I was speaking earlier today, and that was part of it. I went to the University of South Florida, amazing school. And I look back, I'm turning 49. I look back to when I was in college, and at the time I'm like, I know it all. I'm memorizing it and I'm getting great grades. And it's like, kid, you don't know shit. Like that's cute what you know now, but 5 years from now, with that experience and expertise and additional information that you learn, there's more. So it's identifying somebody that you believe in. That's a gut thing. 2, what's their resume? Are they getting results with people? And 3, whether it's an upfront thing or you find out as you're with them, you want somebody that's constantly studying. Because I know today something I didn't know yesterday. And I know 6 months from now, I'm going to look back to today and like, Esteban, holy cow, you didn't know crap. And that's one of the fascinating things I love about this industry is I could have 3 lifetimes and there's still more to learn. It's uber fascinating. So it's your coach. Go for the gut, go for your gut, identify that they're constantly doing continuing education, and also that they're part of a tribe that they're learning from other individuals. It's one of the things I found out with coaches, trainers that are in small or medium-sized groups. If you're in a large group, you get lost in the numbers, but small to medium groups, they're keeping each other sharp. They're like, oh, guess what I just learned last week? Holy crap, I didn't know that. Or they'll argue on it like, no, that's not true, but they're keeping each other sharp. They can prove each other's points. And on a week by week basis, they're really improving who they are as a professional.
So it also sounds like somebody who doesn't think they know it all. Perfect.
Mic drop on that one. Yes.
I thought Esteban gave a really great analogy for calories. And the way he put it when we talked previously was 300 calories of poison is still poison. And this is one of my biggest irritants when it comes to counting calories. Calories are maybe 1% of what matters when it comes to food. There is so much more involved in weight and health and fighting disease. And with everything that we know now, it is irresponsible for anyone to be taught the calories in, calories out ideology. The other thing he said, though, is that most professionals don't go beyond 5 years. So think about how many new fitness instructors enter the workforce every year. And I'd be surprised if most of them are taught anything new. And the same goes for dietitians. I would be shocked if the curriculum for dietetics has changed in any college. And even if it has, it is way too expensive to change the exam since I took it. And I would guess that 95% of the internships won't touch anything even slightly outside the norm because they're mostly done in hospitals. So what does all that mean? It is your job to find the right people to be in your circle and to help you get where you want to go. Because unfortunately, there is no shortage of professionals out there who really won't do you any good. Last week, Esteban talked about identity and who you surround yourself with, and it's crucial now more than ever to know who the person you're working with surrounds themselves with, because it can really mean the difference between getting the results you want and living your dream, or staying stuck in frustration. So if you're ready to figure out what goal you should be working on now, download Goal Getter in the show notes to get started on that one health goal that will change everything. And while you're out and about this week, you'll almost certainly see food advertised with its calories. Maybe at a restaurant, definitely at the grocery store, and very likely as you're scrolling social media. So your job is to remind yourself that calories basically don't matter, and look at what you're eating instead. I hope you found this interview with Esteban helpful, and remember that your health, your future, your disease, your quality of life is ultimately in your hands, because there is so much garbage out there. So take action, stay empowered, stay informed, and I'll see you next time. Okay, now before you pop off, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the one episode that could change your life. And give us a 5-star review if you learned something new today. If you want to check out all the awesome free guides, templates, and resources I've given away on this podcast, go to theneurodietitian.com/resources. You can grab anything you want, but only if you'll do it, because information without implementation is worthless. And here at The Empowered Edge, we're action takers, not excuse makers.